the Federal Road Safety Corps, an official of the FRSC, has actually once again recommended bicycle as a means of transportation for Nigerians. I mean, in the face of every other thing we're going through, the hike in the pump price of petrol, also the hike in transportation costs, a bicycle might just be what Nigerians need right now, according to the official. Plus, it promotes good health, all right, because it's a good form of exercise for Nigerians. This is not the first time the officials of the FRSC will be calling for the use of bicycles, all right, by Nigerians. I remember in 2018, there was an official from Anambra State also, was happy on this. Once again, another one, I think this time, this one is from Kwara. Also, is enjoining Nigerians to embrace the use of bicycle. All right.
Well, it's of two ways. Where the advice is coming from this time around is a big no. It's a big no. Anybody that wants to use bicycle voluntarily should be using it. Then secondly, on which road?
That's the real problem.
On which road? Is it on the Ibadan Expressway you are going to, or Old Abeokuta Expressway, or the one that goes to Badagry, or the one that goes to Mile 2? Where is the road now? And another thing, those ones that are not even riding bicycle, car is hitting them on the way. You say you don't want motorcycle that can even, but this one, fine. If you want to look at it, that if there is nothing wrong with the tire, it doesn't use a fuel. When you oil and grease all those places, that is motoring. In terms of so automatically you can only use it maybe as a form of exercise and within a particular area. You will take, and it depends on where you are going. Somebody that is working in Lekki
as a means of transportation.
As a means of transportation,
going to work.
You now. So if somebody is going to Lekki and is living in Songo, he will now ride bicycle from Songo down to Lekki. Is not. But what they think you should be doing is this. I think those people in Ogun State can bear me witness of this, especially those people that is in the let's say some part of Ogun State. When you get to a place like Imekwafon, when you get to a place like Ipokia, you see them, the secondary school. You think they are selling bike, or they are selling bicycle, because they will pack it as, I know of a particular school that 95% of everybody, both teachers and everybody in Imekwafon, there is a place called Nazareth High School. 98%, maybe it's only principal that is using car. Every other person is bicycle. Because of, you can use it in that village, but you are coming to Lagos, you are coming from Songo, before you reach Tollgate, before you reach Abule Egba, and you are going to Lekki with bicycle. One thing that is there is it for exercise. Me, I love bicycle for exercising the body. Fine, it's good because it goes with a lot of things. But now using it as a means of on which road? That means you have to create a road basically for bicycle. And is it the government that have not done the normal road for cars? The normal road, there is no one for trailers. There is no one for tricycle. They will now create road. Is it on the Ibadan Expressway? They are going to create one for bicycle, or is it on Abeokuta Expressway? They are going to. Is it Lagos Abeokuta Expressway? They are going to do that with all this downfall around the Lagos State. One thing there is this: what people have moved beyond this. People have moved beyond this. When people are talking about CNG buses, CNG cars, we want to be talking about bicycle because our government is increasing the pump price. No, I think FRSC should look into more things to give to us than all this bicycle thing. It is cruel. It is pedestrian in thinking. Anybody that wants to use it personally can use it. But now putting it forward in your press release. When I saw the press release, I just shake my head. Something is wrong with us.
Thank you, Mr. Degbero. Mr. Shopito, what are your thoughts?
Well, I agree with Mr. Degbero up to a point. But I also think it may not be such a terrible idea. Like he said, the key issue is to understand the extent to which this can work, right? In other parts of the world, let me say UK, for example, or Germany, Europe. I don't know about the US, but I think it probably is like that as well. They actually have cycling lanes. The cycling lane is clearly demarcated. It is meant for cycle riders, bicycles in particular, not motorcycles. Motorbikes will ply the main road that cars operate. So if it comes from a, almost like careless sounding talk from the FRSC to have just said this, but if it had come from government as a clear, well thought through policy action, maybe we can consider it. For example, if you decide that you want to create cycling lanes, working hand in hand with state governments, knowing that the roads that are federal roads are typically highways. It will not be safe to have bicycles on those roads. People will get killed. But if you have trunk B roads that you create cycling lanes in conjunction with state governments, and then people can ride from short distances. I come from my house in Norway, I'm coming to Galaxy in Andean, and I come with a bicycle. Because I was actually thinking about it the other day that having a bicycle, actually I intend to get for my people in my house. I'm serious, I'm not joking. Like if you are going from the house to the estate gate, my estate is very big.
Yes, which is very...
Yeah, so I have my children when I say children, they're not small children, they're all adults. Like, okay, just take your bike, go to the estate, cycle to the estate gate quickly. Oh, go and buy me this stuff.
To go to the mall, within the estate.
Yeah. Cycle to the complex, and all of that. And for short distances, that are not longer than 5-10 kilometers from you, if there are cycling lanes, then it might not be too bad. But then it must be clearly defined and executed. Remember Lagos without BRT lanes. There was a Lagos without BRT now, 2007. But the government decided that they wanted to have BRT lanes, and they created it. Before the BRT, if somebody had suggested it then, you would have thought, where is the space? But it's been created, we're all used to it now. So if we want to create cycling lanes, maybe on the service lane of some of these big roads, we can do it. So if we want to do that, let's do it. Let's do it as a policy. Let's invest money in it. It would actually, it has very tremendous health benefits, because you cycle, you reduce emissions. So from an environmental safety point of view, there are benefits. Yeah. It's just that the way they've come out with it is very careless. You just open your mouth and just say something. It wasn't a policy initiative. So I wouldn't condemn it entirely. I think it's just that the person that spoke just spoke anyhow. But if government comes forward with a very well-articulated plan towards this as a part of the solutions to the subsidy removal, why not? Working together across the country. Making it safe for people.
Don't let us deceive ourselves.
No, I'm talking of the ideal. And you know what, Mr. Debero, let's look, at what
they point... They invested in BRT because there is going to be money there for this one. There won't be money.
At what point are we going to start trying to work towards the way things are done in normal parts of the world?
They should do the normal road first.
Our reality is abnormal. But we cannot normalize the abnormality now. Let's tell them, bicycle lanes are possible. It's all over. Why can't we do it? Are we less human? Or are we on another planet? So, if it's done elsewhere, we can try it.
Mr. Shokwiton.
Hold on a minute. Somebody's reacting here. Someone said, using bicycle in Nigeria road, some people stay far from town, and they want this, let it be something else.
Do you know, sorry, Mr. Rigo, do you know that this thing could be a serious investment opportunity? In London, there are bicycle rental businesses and it's completely automated. Nobody standing there. The cycles are locked up with chains. Yeah. Then there is a device like a POS or something. Yes, you pay with your card, you slot in a coin, it will release, it will unlock the thing for you. When you finish, when you get to your destination, you pack it back, swipe the card, and the thing, you just lock it back in place. Can somebody invest in this country? That's a huge business opportunity.
Since we're talking about investments, can we look at the flip side of this? Gentlemen, let me allow you say what you want to say.
One thing there is this. You see what you are talking about the locking. It happened in Lasso. From first gate to the other gate, exactly. Where they invest. But let me tell you, the reason why it's not happening in Nigeria is this. Our state government is the one that can do it, not federal government.
Exactly.
But the state government will never venture into anything that will not bring money.
Never.
Okay.
Never is not factual.
Okay. They won't invest the way they've invested in BRT. They won't invest in motorcycle.
Why not?
Why not?
Bicycle.
Why
The reason
not?
is this.
There's money to
Look.
I want to listen to
Look. Do you know that to be having lane for bicycles, that means state is going to go for a lot of money into it.
Absolutely.
That means those private organizations producing bikes, they have to come in.
Absolutely.
And you know they are going to tax them being in that particular state. But if you look at this, the economic condition of the country, and you look at how much a bicycle is going to cost, even if it's going to be on rentage, like the one in Lasu, that you can pick at one first gate, drop it in the other gate, they have a way they do it. That they will look at it, because what government wants to do is that they will look at the money that is going to come to the government first, before they will venture into it. So by the time they see it, they will say, oh, don't let it. Then another thing again is this. There are some certain side of our roads that is filled with cables. That is filled with cables. Beside our road, except I know about Akran, they've drove beside that road for more than 25 times that I've known of. There are cables here. So there is no, they are not futuristic about that particular thing. Then another thing again is this. Anything that has to do with poor. I think our government always food dragging. In villages, coming out like those people in Mowe, all those ones like that, beside the road, before they even get to bus stop, to take, you understand now, that kind of bicycle will work in that particular area. So it's going to work in that particular area. Another thing, when I was growing up, we grew up to know bicycle. Even as I was born and raised in Lagos, that is Baboni Keke. We can rent for an hour, we can rent for a day. We'll take it to where we want to take it to. But if they can now create that kind of benefit, or if you are a youth and you are in secondary school, let them create a way where our secondary school boys can have access to bicycle, but on which road? If it is this particular road that you are taking a car, it's still risky for you, that there is no light in the night. There are those ones that are even fueling what they used to on that light. They are siphoning the phones. Or the one that is a solar light that's supposed to be every night, that half of it is it the one that you are going to with bicycle? With down for Abi? All right, I hear you.
Thank you, Mr. Debero. All right, so let's come back to this issue of investment. Yeah. All right, in this bicycle as a means of transportation. But let's look at the flip side. You have outlined, how government can actually come into this, put money down, and also maybe benefit. But can we look at also the chain of businesses that might go out of business if the bicycle becomes a means of transportation? We all know that bicycle is very cost effective. Number one, you don't need to buy fuel, all right, which means there might be a drop in sales of PMS. Number two, low maintenance, all right, so your local vulcanizer and every other person, that sells parts for motors and all that might not be making quick sales anymore, because the bicycle, it's like a donkey. You ride it to and fro, maybe all you have
before it's spoiled.
Do you get what I mean? Maybe a culture, maybe a train is for. Do you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
a lot of people might be driven really out of their source of livelihood.
Well,
are we looking at that?
Well, not necessarily, because everybody will not use bicycles, and I think at the end of the day, the idea.
One of those, because it's not look at my size. Like,
there are bicycles for you.
For me. More like tricycles.
But really, I think like Mr. Debero said, really, if you look at it as a last mile, short haul solution, then it does not. In fact, if anything, instead of denying some sectors of investment, I think it will probably create additional sectors. The way GSM, when we introduced GSM, the way all of a sudden there was a new economy, and we had millionaires selling recharge cards and all of that. I think the bicycle thing can become that way. First of all, let's look at the positives. If you decide to create bicycle lanes, it will cost billions of naira in investment, because you would have to probably walk on the setback rather than on the road itself, which means you are going to have to probably incursions into our existing properties, which means compensation and all of that. Government will spend a lot of money on that. That's additional investment opportunities. Then the people that will be operators of the bicycle rental system, additional investment. Bicycles do require maintenance. It may be low maintenance, but it requires, the vulcanizer will still repair the tires. The chains we need to buy.
Let's not also forget that electric bicycles.
And the electric bicycle is very important. The ones that you cycle, they're hybrid. You can cycle it a bit to charge the batteries, then you take your foot off the pedal and you just start driving. And they're still environmental friendly. So really, it's not a terrible idea. It's just that we need to put some thinking into it. The person that spoke just talked carelessly, but he may have touched on something that if federal government is listening now, like he said, is more of a state government thing. So can the federal government work together with the subnationals to create a solution around this? Who knows? Maybe we've kind of accidentally touched on something that can be
just like some governors, some governors that in their 5 years, some are using 5 years or 6 years now, they've not done up to 10 roads. So the one that will now create the one for bicycle.
Show them value.
Mr.
Show them value.
Mr. Shopping is already
Show them value.
with the idea.
There is value. Show them value.
But one thing there is this. I can only ride bicycle for an exercise. Let's just be for an exercise. And it's for me. But one thing there is this. If the plan is on ground, who say it's not good? What it means is this. Instead of paying, I know how much I pay for transport for the kids. And I know they can ride bicycle. You understand now? And it's good to make them fit. Even going to school and you can ride bicycle.
And I know they are safe.
And I know they are safe. So it's good. But the situation that I find myself, I know I know one senatorial district. They've not done 2 roads. Is it the same governor of that particular state that will now do a lane in motorcycle, bicycle lane? I don't know. But one thing there is this. I have said it. State governors in Nigeria, if you see anything they invest with the private partners, you should know money will come out of that thing.
But that's a bad thing, though. We all know the BRT in Lagos is a success story.
Yes.
But then it's run.
Let us charge Lagos State government. Let us charge Lagos State government. They should create a bicycle lane beside everywhere there is BRT lane. They should create a bicycle lane. Let us see.
I think the money that is talking about is, there is above the table money, below the table money.
Bicycle that if they create that road, are they going to be telling me that I should not take that road? I'm not going to be buying ticket, don't know, because I can get any local bicycle can walk on that road.
If you take the road, they will fine you.
What did you say?
They will fine you and you will pay the fine.
They will not ask me to toll because I'm not using their own bicycle.
Yes.
Because I'm not using their own bicycle.
Yes.
You know that particular time there will not be a little bit fight because I have my bicycle rally. I will go to Abeokuta and go and bring rally.
I think we must ensure that we don't lose the value, the potential benefit of this as a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but it's just that we don't have template on ground with our roads. Let us create this road, the one for motorcycle, the one for tricycle, the one for bicycle. The one that we have. Let them do it very well. You know, if they do it very well, we can even be taking side, even if they did not create. At least this one, they should do the roads that we have very well first, before talking about bicycle lane.
Whether or not bicycle as a mode of transportation is going to be a thing for us as Nigerians, we'll have to wait and see. All right, but this is not the first time officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps are calling attention in that regard. Maybe the government will pay attention pretty soon and do the needful, but I know that I'm not going to get on a bicycle, all right, because you choose your battles wisely. Yeah, I know. I remember when my youth service days, they give you bicycle allowance to learn how to ride a bike. I tried several times. You
always ended up
where to
on the floor.
Yes, exactly. So, man, my kids ride bicycle. I did not do that. All right.